Ever wonder why haters seem to hate for no reason? Well, it's not as arbitrary as it seems. You see, there's this fascinating psychological phenomenon called projection. It's like a mental mirror that reflects our internal fears and insecurities onto others. So when someone appears to despise you, it's not always about you. In fact, it's often about them. Here's the thing, haters don't really hate you. No, they hate themselves because they see in you what they can't see in themselves. You're a reflection of what they aspire to be, a reminder of what they're not. It's like they're looking into a mirror, and instead of seeing their own reflection, they see you. You, with your strengths, your success, your happiness. It's a stark contrast to their own internal turmoil. So remember, the next time someone throws hate your way, it's more about them than you. You're just the mirror reflecting their own insecurities back at them. Can you trust what people say about others? It's a question that might make you raise an eyebrow, but it's one that's worth considering. You see, when someone talks about another person, it's not just a simple act of sharing information. It's a window into how they might talk about you when you're not around. Think of it as a reflection in a mirror, showing not just the person discussed, but also the speaker's character, their biases, and their attitudes. It's a subtle dance of reputation management, where every word, every gesture, every tone can tell you something about the person doing the talking. Psychology tells us that this is more than mere speculation. Gossip, as it turns out, is a complex social tool. It helps individuals navigate their social environments, understand group norms, and even manipulate their own social standing. So the next time someone gossips about others, remember it's a sneak peek into their character. Is having a lot of friends a good thing? Now that's a question that may seem simple, but the answer is more complex than you might think. In today's hyper-connected world, it's easy to amass an army of friends. But is this really beneficial for our mental well-being? Surprisingly, the answer is no. Studies have shown that having too many friends can actually lead to increased levels of depression and stress. Why is this, you ask? Well, maintaining numerous friendships requires a great deal of emotional energy and can leave us feeling drained and overwhelmed. On the other hand, having a select few close and trustworthy friends provides us with a sense of security and understanding, crucial for our mental health. These are the people who truly know us, understand us, and accept us for who we are. So, when it comes to friendships, remember it's not about quantity but quality. It's the strength of few that truly matters. Are those who avoid socializing antisocial? Let's ponder on this, shall we? It's a common misconception that people who prefer to keep their social circles small, or those who love their solitude, are antisocial. But is that really the case? Not quite. The truth is, these individuals just have a low tolerance for drama and counterfeit personalities. These people may be seen as loners, but they are simply selective. They value authenticity and genuine connections over superficial socializing. They would rather spend time alone than waste it on meaningless interactions. They are not antisocial. They are simply pro-solitude. They have mastered the art of enjoying their own company and have learned to cherish the silence that comes with solitude. This doesn't make them odd or strange. It just means their way of socializing is different. So don't be quick to label people. Everyone has their own ways of socializing. Is being nice to someone you dislike being fake? Now, that's a question that can trigger a debate. But let's break it down. We've all been in situations where we've had to interact with someone we don't particularly admire. It's not about pretending or being insincere, it's about emotional maturity. It's about understanding that we all have our differences, and sometimes we need to set them aside for the greater good. Emotional maturity is realizing that not everyone will align with your values and beliefs, and that's okay. It's about treating everyone with respect, regardless of personal feelings. It's not about being fake, but demonstrating the strength of your character. In essence, being nice to someone you dislike isn't a reflection of your feelings towards them. Rather, it's a reflection of your understanding of human nature, your emotional intelligence, and your capacity to navigate social interactions with grace. Remember, being nice to someone you dislike doesn't mean you're fake. It usually means you're mature enough to tolerate that person. Does your mind wander over and over again? If so, you're not alone. It's a common phenomenon that's been the subject of psychological studies for decades. But have you ever considered what your mind wandering might be telling you about your subconscious feelings? Mind wandering, or the act of letting your thoughts drift away from the task at hand, isn't always a sign of distraction. In fact, it can be a window into your subconscious, revealing thoughts and feelings you might not even realize you have. And sometimes, these subconscious thoughts can hint at a deeper discontentment with your life. A study has suggested that if your mind regularly drifts off to the same topics or concerns, there's a 10% chance that you're subconsciously unhappy with certain aspects of your life. This doesn't mean you're doomed to unhappiness. Rather, it's a signal for self-reflection and potential change. So, if your mind often wanders, it might be time to examine if you're truly happy with your life. Can writing down your negative thoughts and throwing them away improve your mood? It might seem like a simple act, but it's a powerful tool in our psychological toolbox. Imagine for a moment your mind as a room filled with thoughts. Some of these thoughts are positive, lighting up the room. But others, the negative ones, cast shadows. Writing these negative thoughts down is like picking up those shadowy figures and placing them on paper. It's a process that requires honesty, introspection, and a bit of bravery. But once they're there on the paper, they're not in your head anymore. They're not casting shadows. They're not pulling your mood down. And the act of throwing that paper away, it's symbolic, sure, but symbolism has power. It's a physical act of letting go. So the next time you're feeling low, try writing down your negative thoughts and see how it changes your mood. Did you know meditation can change the structure of your brain? It's not a whimsical claim, but a scientifically backed fact. When we meditate, we're not just calming our minds, but also physically shaping our brains. Research reveals that consistent meditation can increase the gray matter in parts of the brain associated with learning and memory. That's right. In just 8 weeks, a regular meditation practice can literally rewire your brain to boost your learning capabilities and memory retention. But that's not all. Meditation also enhances our capacity for empathy and compassion, reduces stress, and improves our overall emotional well-being. It's like an all-natural tonic for a healthy and efficient brain. And the best part? You don't need any special equipment or a fancy studio. All it takes is a quiet space, a comfortable posture, and a willingness to focus your mind. Remember, just 8 weeks of meditation can lead to a more efficient and healthier brain, so why not give it a try? Now, we want to hear from you. Do you have any unique experiences or insights to share about these topics? Don't be shy. Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. And I see you in the next video for a happier, healthier mind.